What's going on, everybody? It's Wade with Swamp Donkey Archery. So I got a new bow review for you today. This is going to be the new 2023 Athens Vista 35. I have done a Vista 35 in the past, but that was the original 2021 Vista. And this one has enough advancements on it that I feel it deserves its own review. So y'all stick around. We're about to get into the 2023 Vista 35. Alright, so how are y'all doing today? I hope y'all doing good. It's starting to warm up outside. It's the right here at the end of February, so we're starting to get rid of all the cold weather down here in Louisiana. So hope everybody's doing good. Hope you're having a good week. So yeah, we're fixing to get into this Vista 35, the 2023 Vista 35 review. Before we get into it, if you don't mind, go ahead and hit that sub button down there and give me a like on this video. It helps me out a whole lot. So in 2021, Athens come out with two of the Vista lineups. They come out with a Vista 33 and they come out with a Vista 35. Later they come out with the Vista 31, and this past year they come out with the Elevate, which is their new latest and greatest. And when they come out with the Elevate, they come out with a few new goodies that they pass along to the line of the Vistas as well. So like I said, I've done one of these 35s in the past, but it was the 21. There's enough new goodies on this that we're fixing to get into it. We're going to go over the basics on the 35, tell you the new goodies that's on it, and I mean, y'all know how I do it. I'm going to put a rest on it. We're going to shoot a couple of arrows through it, shoot it through the graph, see how it does. Now, this bow is this house that's right back over here. This is one of my best buddies over there. He's on a 2-year plan with me. He bought him a Summit 2 years ago, and he told me, man, it's time that I upgrade. So we upgraded for him. So we got him the new Vista 35, as we said. Now I want y'all to get a good look at this color scheme. I've heard some people wanting to know what this actually looked like together. This is Athens' new. Let me turn this light off for a second so y'all really get a feel for that color right there. So this is their new conifer gray. I'm going to do this light in a couple different settings so we can see which one looks the best. Okay, so you can see the conifer gray. It's going to have some of your grays in it. It's got flat dark earth in here. It's got some hints of brown. It's got the green in here that perfectly matches this green beret. So I just wanted y'all to see this color combo, which I think looks freaking phenomenal. I'm actually a little bit jealous. I might actually like this color combo a little better than my Elevate over there, which I done in the walnut brown with the Predator green Deception, which is still a pretty good looking bow in my opinion as well. So that's just the color I wanted to go over. Athens does a color fusion technology. This color that's on the limbs, this camo that's on the limb, this is actually fused to the fiberglass on your limbs. This ain't going to peel off kind of like a hydro dipping or anything like that. That is on there. That is actually cooked into the fiberglass. I'm wanting to say, now if I'm wrong on this, y'all correct me. I'm wanting to say the solid color risers in most of the general colors is going to be more like a powder coat fusion type deal, rather than the color fusion like what this is. I think it's going to be more of a powder coat process. So the finish on these bows is just freaking flawless. I haven't found a wrinkle, a dip, a run, or anything on them. So I just wanted to go over the finish on these. Now, as far as the Vista 35, now we're going to get into the actual bow itself. So the Vista 35 means 35 inches axle to axle. So this is axle on this end, so it's 35 inches from here to here. Brace height, which is this distance right here, is 6.5 on this one, so 6.5 inch brace height. Now, you can get the weight range in these. We can start at 40 pounds and go all the way to 80 pounds. It comes in 40, 50, 60, 65, 70, and then 80 pounds. This does have the new RTX cams on them, and I will speak from personal experience. I have ran lots of bows through these hands of mine. I have drew and shot lots of bows, and these RTX cams have to be some of the smoothest pulling dual cam bows I've ever shot in my life, and that's just being 100% honest with you. Okay, so the cams are super smooth. There's not a hump and dump at the back. It's a nice slow. It hits its peak, and then we actually start declining a little bit before it breaks over. So super smooth draw. It's got the 2 different type draw mods. They are adjustable. You do not need a bow press in order to adjust these. You break a couple of these set screws loose back here in the back, and then you can rotate this draw mod to desired position. There are 2 different type draw mods. They have basically what they call a short draw and a long draw mod. Can't tell you off the top of my head what range it starts. It's going to start at, I'm looking at my notes over here, 25 and a half. And it's going to go all the way out to 31 and a half. So somewhere in there, I'm wanting to say probably from 25 and a half to like 27, I want to say, and then from 27 and a half to 31. I'm pretty sure that's the cutoffs there. So kind of got to keep in mind what draw length you are, so you know what draw mod to get. Okay. Speaking of these draw mods, new this year is this new cable stop right here. So if y'all seen the ones in the past, it looked kind of like a triangle. You had 3 different sides to it. You had a 70%, 80%, and 90% let off. This one, however, don't roll like what that one did. This one slides back and forth like this. So this one, I heard several of you guys saying you would like to see a 70% let off. Some guys that want to keep it honest and be holding a little more holding weight, you can get that now. You got 70% let off option all the way up to 90%. And with this, the way it slides back and forth, not only are you adjusting your let off, you're also fine tuning your draw length. Okay, so keep in mind, if you adjust this in and out any, you're actually shortening or lengthening your draw length by this right here. You can get it within 1/2 inch increments on your draw mod, and then you can get fine tuned down through however close you want to get it on these new limb stops. Now the purpose for these, they give you, I'm wanting to say stats is 55% more surface area that is touching your cable. So putting that into layman terms, what that equates to is this more surface area on the cable right here equals a more solid back wall. Now I personally didn't have any issues or troubles with the previous version. It was nice and solid, not quite as solid of a thump there on the back as say a limb stop, but I know on my Elevate, this cable stop, when it hits this cable right here, it feels like you're hitting the limb. Nice, solid, no give at all. Feels really, really nice and stable on the end. So previous video still had the cable bar with the cable slide on it. This one does have the TCS, the tunable cable system on it. These are really, really nice functioning. I want to see if I can get it where you can see it. There is a little screw right here that you can break loose, and then you can slide this cable roller in and out to adjust cable tension on this, to adjust cam lean or adjust fletching clearance, stuff like that. Super nice design on this. Is really easy to deal with. Still got the limb saver string stop on it. We do have the Mountain View X Out limb dampeners here. These are some really nice limb dampeners. If you want to just buy one of these limb dampeners and upgrade from the older Axion, I think they're called, limb dampeners, these are available. You can go to Mountain View Archery Products and you can find them there. These are some really good limb stops. Now the big improvement from the 21 to now, you got the cable roller, and then this year, new for this year, they have what's it called, the integrated mounting system, I want to say. So basically it's the rail on the back, kind of like what I guess Matthews probably kind of started that thing out. Mounts your rest here in the back here, so you can have it nice and centered up, or you still do have your old school burger holes right here. 2 different holes so you can bolt up, keep your rest level. Does have 2 separate mounting holes for your sight right there. This one does not have the Picatinny rail in the front like what the Elevate does. That's not an option yet. Let's see what else we want to go over. So as all of them before, it's 1-inch wide limbs, give you plenty of stability. Patented cable lock or limb lock system right here, keeps them locked in solid. They all come with your premium gas high octane strings from factory. For a slight upcharge, you can get custom strings from factory, or slight upcharge for me, I can build you some as well, and same price. So let's see, it does have the front stabilizer mount right here, and it has 2 options for your rear stabilizer mount, one higher, one lower. Let's see, what am I missing here? IBO speed. IBO speed's 330 on these. That's the 70 pounds, 30-inch draw at a 350 grain arrow. I'm wanting to say, like, mass weight of this is 4.2, 4.3 pounds. Can't remember exactly, but it's right there in the low 4s. Really light for this long axle of bow. Want to say that's it. So 40 to 80 pounds, 25.5 to 31.5 inch draw, 330 on your speed, 35 inches axle to axle, 6.5 inch brace height, tunable cable system, integrated mount system on the back, larger limb stops. There's your condensed version. So, all right, let me put a rest on this thing, and we can see if we can shoot it through the graft for you real quick. All right, fixing to do the 3 errors through the graft. Got like a couple believable ones and then a heavy one. Okay, lightest one is going to be this gold tip Pierce at 410. Next one is going to be my old hunting arrow, which is at 480. And then we're going to go extreme with this one right here, this old Carbon Express Mayhem. I got this one at 566. So let's see what these numbers are going to look like. All right, let's get some numbers here. Going with the heaviest first. $254. Now, let's go with the 480 grain. $276. Now let's go with this light one. This one's like 410, I want to say. $295. Not bad. And that's set at a 29-inch draw right now. Respectable numbers there. Y'all know I always like to do real world numbers, not just relying on IBO. I've heard that some of the online calculators that you enter all the data and stuff on their bow and arrow weight and stuff like that, it gets pretty close. So it's like shoot them through the graph myself, kind of see what it is. I will do my little draw curve chart. I'll enter it on the computer. I'll show y'all what that looks like. And then other than that, that should be all the information y'all need on this. Alright, so for you data freaks out there, here's your data on a draw curve chart. Let's see if I can roll that this way so we don't have quite as much lighting in there. So, as you can see, I made this little chart. This is, on this side, is going to be your poundage. On this right here is your draw length, okay? So, we started out at, I started recording at like 8 inches on your brace height, and then I measured all the way till your final breakover, like measuring to the front of the riser right there. So, hey, how about that? I just got a like from something. So, as you can tell, this is a 70-pound max bow. We're starting out kind of low, and within 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So within about 10 inches of draw, we're at our peak, and we maintain peak weight for a little bit. It starts creeping off, and you can tell it starts sloping off on your poundage before it breaks. There's no what they call hump and dump, which is straight up holding peak and then just dumping straight off. So you can see it once we get to about right here, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So about 8 inches after you hit peak weight, it starts falling off. So that's what they talk about, no hump and dump. So hopefully that helps you out a little bit on that little chart there. Now I'm fixing to give you my final thoughts. All right, so summing it up on my final thoughts. So I will say I'm just a tad bit biased on Athens because I do shoot them myself. But I do want y'all to know that I don't shoot, sell, or promote anything in this shop that I'm not standing 100% behind. That's one of the reasons why I do shoot these Athens, is because I believe in them 100% between the bows, customer service, the quality of everything. That's why I'm shooting them. That's why they're being sold right here. So, getting that out of the way. So, when it comes to the Vista 35, man, I'm trying to figure out how I can put this. So, it's hard for me to pick a favorite because all of them shoot great. All of them feel the same. It's hard for me to tell you which bow is going to be perfect for you because height differences, string angles, just how it feels in your hand and all that. It's hard for me to tell you which would be the perfect bow for you if you want to pick out the Athens lineup. But me personally, my personal preference, if somebody told me you had to pick one bow out of this lineup to have forevermore, my one pick would be this Vista 35. I try to tell people that the Vista 35 is like a really good all-terrain tire. It'll do everything that you want it to do, and it'll do it really, really well. Now, would the Peak 38 pound targets a little bit better? Maybe. Would the Vista 31 or the Elevate be a little better hunting bow because it's shorter axle to axle, and it's a little bit faster? Maybe. But if you wanted a good one bow, all around, do everything that you want to do and do it very well, the 35 would be my personal pick. That's why I have one for my personal tournament rig. Now, I am going to run the Elevate for my hunting bow this year just because I want to shoot the latest and greatest. Okay, I will admit that. But this 35 is great all around. The stats on it, 35 inches axle to axle. Some people think, man, that might be a little bit long for a hunting bow. But I'm old school, y'all. I've been shooting archery since early 90s. And back then, a short axle to axle bow was 35, 36 inches. Okay, so 35 really ain't that long. You can shoot it out of a climbing stand. You can shoot it out of anything that you want to. The only thing you'd have to watch, maybe a low clearance ground blind. Okay, that would be the only issue I would see with that bow. And I think you could do it out of it as long as you paid attention to what you was doing. But, like I say, final thoughts. Bow's amazing. Shoots good. Could be a little bit faster if you went shorter axle to axle. But just the way they feel on me, I personally shoot 39-inch draw. The way the string angle fits me and people beyond my height, I'm 5'8"-ish, 5'9", somewhere in there, so that 29 fits me really, really nice. So if you're taller than that and out, this Vista 35 is going to fit you really well. If you're a little shorter draw, 27, 28, you know, your string angle might feel a little better on something a little shorter, but this Vista 35, man, I'm telling you, it's a great bow. Fit and finish are awesome. Super dead in hand when you shoot it. Of course, the entire Vista line, all of the Athens bows are just dead in hand. Feels amazing. Draw cycle super smooth, as y'all seen on the little draw chart that I made. I really don't have any complaints about it. Probably my favorite bow that they make right now. And that's saying a lot, because I really like the Ridge 34 when they come out with the Ridge 34, but this this Vista 35 is a different animal. So anyhow, I guess that's about it. That's all my thoughts on it. Give you all the data that I could give you, shot you some errors, all the stats on it. So if you got any other questions on the bow, be sure to hit me up in them comments down there. Let me know with any other questions about it, comments, worries, concerns, anything like that. Hit me up down there. Check out my website, swampdonkeyarchery.com. It's got all my contact info there, social media, Instagram, Facebook, and all that, Swamp Donkey Archery. Y'all find me there and give me a follow. I'll give you a follow back. So, yeah, I guess other than that, hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure and hit that thumbs up, sub to my channel if you hadn't already done it. And guess I'll catch y'all on the next one. Y'all have a good one.